Welcome, Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining us. Today I'm discussing a story that broke yesterday about the arrest of the Gupta brothers.
The Gupta brothers are in news again. They have been nabbed in the UAE following a global cat and mouse game.
Two fugitive brothers, Rajesh Gupta and Atul Gupta, have been arrested in the United Arab Emirates. The duo is wanted in South Africa, where they allegedly orchestrated a web of state corruption.
Gupta brothers Rajesh and Atul are currently behind bars in Dubai following news of their arrest last night.
South Africa's Department of Justice and Correctional Services confirmed late Monday that the two fugitives of justice have been arrested.
Different people in South Africa and online are commenting, expressing their joy at these two brothers finally being caught. Others are expressing their apprehension as to justice. Will it be served? Should they be brought back to South Africa and tried here, or should they be tried in Dubai? They are accused of meddling with the government, different corruption cases, different bribery cases.
In 2015, South Africa's Deputy Finance Minister gave an interview. He said the Guptas had bribed him to accept the job. What followed was the biggest scandal of post-apartheid South Africa. It was revealed that the Guptas siphoned money from state-owned companies, from transport to power to arms. The Guptas stole money from everywhere. We are talking about more than 500 billion rand. That's around 3.5 trillion Indian rupees.
I want to comment on this and bring to light that, unfortunately, as human society around the world, here in South Africa, in India, wherever you may be, we have this human form, but we have not understood why we are here. Of course, we understand that no one should be stealing, and that sense of morality is coming from what has been expressed already by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna has said that earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego, these are all his separate material energies. So this says everything belongs to Krishna. Who is Krishna, you may ask? Krishna is God, the all-attractive supreme person. He owns everything. And so our concern and disgust at those who take more than what is allotted to them and who steal or embezzle is coming from a sense of feeling that we have a share in God's property. So that is expressed in the Ishopanishad, that Ishavasyam idam savam yatkinta jagatam jagat tena chak tena bunjita magrida kasya switanam. Excuse the Sanskrit. It says that everything, animate and inanimate, which is within the universe, is controlled and owned by the Lord. That everyone should take only that which has been allotted as his quota, and should not take more than that, knowing to whom everything belongs. So here is the fault. We don't understand that everything belongs to Krishna. We think that there are some things that belong to me. We'll give that as a granted. Okay. In the interim, there's some things that have accumulated, and we've made countries, and countries have accumulated certain assets. And so we feel that everyone has to get their fair share. Here's the proposition. We are all acting as criminals if we don't acknowledge the proprietorship of Krishna over everything. This is not to say that what the Guptas have done is wonderful and that they should not be punished. No, there are laws in this world, laws of man, which are mimicking the laws of God. Krishna also has his laws. So those who break the laws, they must get what's coming to them. But this is to bring out the fact that no matter how much we celebrate catching one thief or this second thief, or if we think we will be happy by seeing the punishment of others, we are being cheated if we don't see that we ourselves are in the criminal position. Why are we in the criminal position? Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita that aparayamitas tvanyam. There is another energy, superior energy, which is the living beings, you and me. So he says this superior energy, the individual souls, they have a bad motivation. They are here trying to exploit the resources of the inferior energy. So this mentality of exploiting the resources is being demonstrated by the Guptas.
The peak came in the year 2009. Jacob Zuma became the president of South Africa. The Guptas made Zuma's son their business partner. In fact, sons of other powerful politicians were also on their payroll.
It's being demonstrated by similarly corrupt people, men and women, across the planet. And it is not appreciated by those who are trying to follow the laws. But it is there within everyone in minute degrees. So what will be the ultimate solution? Individuals have to invest time in understanding where they are, what is this material world, who they are, what am I, how should I be acting in terms of authentic behavior of spiritual beings, the superior energy of God. When we don't come to terms with our spiritual heritage, our spiritual identity, and we are only identifying at the level of the body, the mind, and therefore influenced by nationalism, influenced by just the geopolitical situation, by the ideas of happiness in this world, we always are going to be shortchanged because this world does not deliver on such. So back to the Guptas. It is creating a wave of optimism that, okay, justice will finally be served. Well, some optimistic, others are not. In South Africa, there is a feeling if they come back and they're tried here, because corruption is widespread and there are higher ups within the political structures, the business structures, they may influence the outcome.
So obviously this is a positive movement in terms of, the accountability when it comes to state capture in our country. But in reality, how long will it take before we see the Gupta brothers either in court or in orange overalls?
Someone commented that if they bring them back to South Africa, since they were arrested in Dubai, this case may be tried after 20 years. So it is a case of humanity solving the ultimate problem. There's always going to be splashes and splatters of problems to be solved. But the ultimate problem is that we are being dull-headed, not hearing Krishna tell us of our eternal identity. And we are not trying from the higher up structures to influence society positively about God consciousness, Krishna consciousness, to inspire them about spiritual growth, to inspire them to understand that everything belongs to God and that they should be caretakers of the energy of God, that they should be their brother's keeper, that we should learn to share. We should come away from dividing the earth and thinking it belongs to this one and that one. We have to come to the hard reality, the truth. This place is not our home. We don't own it. We are here temporarily. And this place will give us more and more criminals because the mentality is criminal. We are trying to exploit the resources of the inferior energy. And we have to come to grips with that. So, asesithembeni ke ukuthi abantu bakwa Gupta will somehow or the others be served up as an example of the justice system. But I want to point out, let us be aware of the infallible justice of the Supreme Lord. Every action has a reaction. Whether they are tried and imprisoned for many years, or somehow they slip out of the cages of prison, still the laws of nature will not forget each and everyone's activity, and there is always a reaction. Have a beautiful week. and let us hear what will happen more with this. Hare Krishna.